So we know that we could just technically pop in the server action here and just await for it, and we can get the products like that.
So here's the question for you. Is this getProducts function just a server function, or is it indeed a server action? And it is actually not a difficult question to answer if you know what are server actions. But I see enough confusion out there amongst educators that I need to step in and simplify this concept before it gets out of hand. There are a few aspects that are critical to server actions that separate them from any other function. The first one is invocation. If you are just calling them in the natural rendering of your component, then they're not really a server action, as server actions are invoked based on some user interaction. The second one is that they must be defined with a use server directive, either within the function body or at the root of the file. And finally, and this is the big one, is the reason why server actions exist. They exist specifically for server mutation. So if all you are doing is loading a value and not doing any real mutation, then this is not a server action. Saying that this function is a server action is the same as saying any other Node.js API, for example, fs.read file is a server action. That is simply not the case. These are all just standard functions that we are calling during the rendering of our server component. The reason why I made this lesson is because lots of tech YouTube is confused in thinking they need to put use server in any function that they are calling from their server components and then putting these functions in an actions folder. Hopefully this clarified some confusion around that, and I do plan to build a full course on Next.js over at Boolean Art, so stay tuned.